Hello friends. Today I've got a beautiful piece of lacey chalcedony. But you see this really deep canyon on the back? That means we can't make a traditional cabochon. And that's fine. It just means we get to try something a little bit different. In 5 minutes, we're going to take this rough face to push it to a mere shine right here on the old flat lap. A quick safety check. Safety glasses are always a must. And a good old mask, like a respirator, is a good idea as well, even with that running water. All right, let's have some fun. Step 1 is simple. Make it flat. And this is where our good friend, the Sharpie, comes in. I'm going to draw a few black lines to make a grid across the old surface. These lines are our truth teller. When every trace is gone, we know that the face is truly flat, with no little sneaky low spots hiding. The goal is to bring the high spots down until they meet those low spots. If it's not flat here, it won't polish clean later on. We're starting out with the 80 grit diamond disc. This does all the heavy lifting. It removes saw marks and it establishes our flat surface. I'm running a steady drip of water here to cool the stone and rinse away any slurry. Now I set the stone down with a firm but controlled pressure, and I keep moving it. Small circles, easy sweeps, never parked in one spot. If you linger, you can grind a groove. This step gets the biggest chunk of time because everything after this is just refinement. Now I check the face. The Sharpie is gone, and the scratches look even and consistent. Just perfect. Before we change the grits, we clean. This is the most important habit in lapidary. I rinse the stone, rinse my fingers, and wipe the work area. Even one grain of 80 grit can ruin the next step with a deep scratch. And we don't want that. Now we switch to the 180 grit. This disc has one job. Remove every scratch from the 80 grit. We'll use the same motion, same water, but lighter pressure. At this stage, I'm letting the disc do the work. After about a minute, I stop, rinse and dry the stone. If I still see 80 grit scratches, I go back now, not later. But this looks pretty good. The deep scratches are gone. Now we've got that smooth matte look, and we're ready for the pre-polish. Now we've moved to resin diamond smoothing pads. First is this here brown pad. It's around a few hundred grit equivalent, depending on your set. I drop the speed just a little bit, maybe around a 2 to 3. Lower speed really helps these pads work clean. Pressure is very light, almost just the weight of the stone. Keep the pad damp and keep the stone moving. After about 45 seconds or so, you'll see a hazy shine start to come through. That's just what we want. Alright, now we have the old blue pad right here. It's around 3000 grit equivalent. This is the bridge to the final polish. Pressure here is almost nothing. As the pad starts to get a little tacky, you'll feel this gentle friction, and that's normal. That's the pad doing its job. Now the haze is clearing, and we've got this beautiful reflection starting right here. This is going to be one happy little rock. Now for the mirror step. I swap here to this clean felt pad, and I'm using aluminum oxide polish for this. I dampen the felt pad, but I don't flood it. If your tap water is very hard or leaves grit behind, distilled water works perfect for this. It prevents those random micro scratches. Next, I rub the water in with my stone to make sure the pad is evenly wet. I turn the lap down to its lowest speed, about a 1 to 2. And this is all about a light touch. There's almost no pressure, like a happy little cloud drifting on by. Let the chalcedony float on the pad. As it starts to grab slightly, that gentle friction is the polish biting in. That's the magic moment. Now, let's take a look at what we have here. Oh boy. Wow. Just look at this. This is beautiful. From rough rock to beautiful, clean mirror shine. The light bounces like glass. And those delicate, beautiful, lacy patterns just pop with clarity. A stone that couldn't be a traditional cab still gets to be beautifully stunning. And that's the full method. A clean progression, light pressure, steady water, and an obsessive cleaning between every step. If you enjoyed this, check out my other 5-minute lapidary videos and my Central Arizona rockhounding adventures to see where stones like this come from. Tell me in the comments, what are you polishing right now? Thanks for watching, and happy polishing. Wishing you peace and joy, my friends.